It's another intense odyssey for Dr. Kay Scarpetta. In Depraved Heart, her world and the people she loves are threatened. The twists and tensions are sure to captivate readers. International best-selling author Patricia Cornwell returns this morning. Hi, Patricia.
Good morning.
We thought Scarpetta had seen it all. What is she in for now?
Oh my God, you know, I don't think she's ever seen it all, and it's a wonder that she just doesn't get rid of me because of the things I put her through. But in Depraved Heart, what you just said a minute ago is absolutely true. Just you don't know what's going on with the characters in that. If somebody goes off to do something, you as the reader are wondering, should they really be doing this, or is this a trap? Because it's a very suspenseful psychological novel, while it has the usual, you know, forensic medicine, forensic science, and all the technical things that you would expect. It also is a really spooky, good, scary story, and really nice for this time of year in particular.
You are well known for doing some nutty things in the name of research, and I know you went to new depths in this case.
Well, in this case, I did a lot of really interesting things with scuba diving. I wanted to scuba dive shipwrecks, a plane crash in the Bermuda Triangle. I did some interesting weapons research where I go out to big firing ranges in Texas and experiment with arrows, bows, guns, all sorts of things, working with experts, so that I can create something where my first thought is I'm going to try to really fool Scarpetta. She's going to think she knows what she's looking at. And then she maybe is not going to be right about it until she figures it out later. So it's all a big, fun cat and mouse game.
Is it about the sensation for you, or just looking at video as you were scuba diving and at that range? Like when you feel something, then you can convey it to the reader more clearly, or really what drives you and that commitment?
Yes. Yes, that's well put. It is so that I can convey it very graphically to the reader. And when you talk about the scuba diving, it's not just what I see down there. It's the experience of what it's like to put on the gear, what it feels like when you do your giant stride off the boat, what it's like when, you know, the sounds, everything about it. I want to give you literally the full immersion of feeling like you're there with me doing this. Whether it's flying a helicopter or diving or being in the morgue or the labs, I try to take you along for the ride.
You started writing about forensics before the genre was mainstream, either in bookstores, televisions, and film. Were you ever unsure early on if your readers would get it?
Well, I was, because the early rejections of the books, one of the things that was said is that nobody really was interested in laboratories or morgues, and certainly not a woman who worked in any of those types of places. And I just kept thinking, but you don't understand. It is interesting. I'm here. I know it is. And so I guess I just believed, I couldn't accept the fact that people wouldn't be interested in this. And then I got the shock of they were more interested in it in some ways than I wish they were, because next thing I knew, the airwaves are flooded with all the shows about all this, because yes, people love it.
How do you balance what you want to write about compared to the commercial demand?
Well, you know, what you have to do is remember that you're writing to be read. And so I always have to balance out, think about what are my fans going to be interested in? What do the readers want to see? So regardless of what I might want to write about, you're right. I also have to consider what people might want to read. And that also goes along the lines of having to make judgment calls about what is okay to show people and what isn't. Because some of the things I see in my research are actually way too brutal to show anybody, and I won't.
Depraved Heart, the new book. It is available now. Patricia Cornwell, it's our pleasure to visit with you. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mike?